Each and every podcast of the Optimize You studio is sponsored by Optimize You Evansville. At Optimize You Evansville, we help you take control of your health, performance, and vitality through cutting-edge hormone optimization, peptide therapy, athletic recovery, weight loss, and sexual health solutions. Whether you're an athlete looking to maximize recovery, someone striving for sustainable weight loss, or just looking to feel like your best self again, we used advanced diagnostics and personalized treatment plans to get you there. Our science-backed approach helped optimize energy levels, mental clarity, muscle recovery, and overall well-being. Because feeling great isn't optional, it's essential. You ready to elevate your potential? Let's get started today at Optimize You Evansville, where normal is not optimal.
Got it.
So whenever serendipitously, my barber had Dakota do some stuff for him. I was like, dude, who did your stuff? It looks great, you know? And he was like, oh, it's Dakota. He's trying to get started or whatever. And that was probably 4, 5, 6 months ago at this point. And we've looked at each other every day since then. So
That's how it's supposed to happen, though. Truly.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So it was beautiful timing, and it's just that, hey, here's what I'm thinking about. Here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, we can, you know, the budget that you spend on, you know, all the stuff.
Right.
And I'm not knocking the billboard industry or anything like that, but, you know, but the money that you spend on that, I mean, we can buy our own gear.
Very much so.
And
have more control.
As long as you have the Gandalf to do all the stuff.
Truly.
You're great. So we have the Gandalf.
I love that.
Buying the magic.
That's beautiful.
Buying all the herbs and spices and toads and staffs and everything that he needs, and here's the magic. So that's the approach that we're going to take.
Yeah, and he has the skill set for it.
Right,
you know what I mean? I'm working on things. I'm like, how do I grow? How do we take Hype Up to the next level? Mm-hmm. It's got to grow in different areas. Like, we need a geographic footprint at this point. And I can only do so much. I know what my strong suits are. I also know what my weaknesses are, and I've wasted so much time.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a tech guru, and I'm on there trying my best, researching. Again, I want to know how my business works from start to end because I want to be in control of it, like we just talked about. Like, how can I do it so that I have, I don't know, my perspective is just broadened. You know, I want to be the expert at this. It's mine. So I want people to ask me for advice. You know what I mean? But I got to the point where I was like, I'm spending so much manpower, time, and I'm losing money because I know what I'm good at.
Right.
So why am I wasting my time trying to figure this out? It's taking me 3 hours longer than it would take someone that's a pro at doing it, and they're going to do it better than I can.
Right. Yeah. And you know, like, I don't want to be researching hashtags. You want to be building new routines. Yeah. I want to be thinking of new concepts and like researching all the peptide and the hormones and stuff that are coming out. So I don't want to waste my time on that. Right. Especially when there's guys like this guy that, you know, he's like, oh, yeah, I love it. Yeah. Let me do it. Let me do it.
Yeah.
So
it's his forte. That's the world that he lives in.
My complete trust. And again, it's not, he's bought in, right? Yes. You know, the buy-in is so crucial.
Absolutely.
To getting that person, you know, it's not a $500 a day, come out and shoot me some stuff and then thanks, man.
Like a contract, consult. Yeah.
Throw it into CapCut and here we go.
Yeah. It's great to meet people that way. Don't get me wrong. If we can collaborate, if we can partner here and there, you're another, you know, person that I have in my back pocket that I can reach out to. I love those relationships because it just broadens your network. You can start referring people. You know, that's what it's all about. Yeah. But to build that trust, like you said, build that relationship with someone. And that's what I look for in my instructors is like, they're living the brand. They are my boots on the ground in places I can't be.
Right.
So it's like of course I want them bought into it. I
Exactly.
want them seeing the vision. I want them living the mission.
Right.
Because I can, talk about it till my face turns blue, but I can't be everywhere all at once.
Right.
So I have to know people know the story, the vision, the mission, and that they're out there creating their own connections, doing that in places I can't be.
Yeah, and we're not trying to start cults or anything like
Right.
that, right? It's
I've
like
been
we're
accused
just-
of that. Not gonna lie.
right. But you just want, like it is critical in what we do because it's not considered mainstream. Whatever, you're not selling a gym membership, right? You're selling the experience of a class.
Yeah.
And we're going to get into all that. I know we got way
That's
ahead
so
of
true. No,
but
I love it.
what we're doing here is different than traditional medicine. So, been
Absolutely.
in medicine for like 25 years now, and this is greatly different than what anything is going on.
Yeah.
And that's just on the very surface of the hormone part. The 12 layers deep of what Optimize is
Right.
goes way out there,
Yeah.
So the people that are on the forefront, the people that are out in the community, the people that are
Mm-hmm.
seeing the people that walk in the front desk, you have to be bought into it. And if you're not,
100%.
then, it's just not for you. you
Yeah,
know?
it's not an accurate representation of your brand.
Right. Yeah. Or us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's where you got to choose your people wisely
Exactly.
too. These partners that you've put full trust in. It's like, okay, everything that I built to this point, I'm kind of handing it to you.
Oh yeah, and I have learned the hard way on that a couple times.
Don't we?
So anyway, Makenzie Hart,
Yeah.
welcome
Thank you.
to the Better Human Podcast.
This is so cool. Thank you for having me. You guys
That's
are
why I
amazing.
told you. I was like, "Are you recording this?" Because the conversation keeps going, and
Might
in
as
10
well.
10 minutes we're saying, "Oh,
hey.
hey, it's Makenzie. Hey, how you doing?" So I think you're our first. I'm going to call you our first local celebrity.
Oh my.
I think you're a
I'll
first
take
local.
it.
So yeah, I think so.
Thank you.
People hear your voice all the time.
Yep.
Okay, so just tell us who Makenzie Hart is.
Sure. Yeah. So born and raised in this area, obviously love Evansville, love the people, love the community. And I think as an entrepreneur, you want to give back to what's given you so much. And I think that's why I've planted my roots here. Of course, I want to grow. There's bigger and better everywhere, but I planted my roots here and I want to create change right here in our community. Because I grew up here. I went to USI. I work at Hot 96, like you said, on the radio. I've done that for about 10 years. And it's so much fun. And I've kind of given it up and came back to it. We always say you always, come back to radio because you don't do it for the money. You don't do it for the fame, the local celebrity stuff. You just do it for the people and to stay connected with what's going on. Because I learn new stuff about our community, people hosting this event, people having this club coming together for this reason. On the radio all the time. So love doing that. And then worked in sales, was in HR, did all the things right out of college. I just got a general public relations degree because I was like, I don't know. I can catch on to a lot of things pretty quickly. I know I want to be people driven. Like I want to serve people somehow. And I think I chose something broad because I was like, I like sports. I like fitness. I like music. I like radio. I like people. There's so many avenues that I could explore so young. So I did all that. I did the sales and the recruitment and whatever and met the people. And ultimately I found the common denominator was people. So then somehow I just got involved in fitness and bodybuilding. One of my friends was like, do you want to do a bodybuilding show? I said, sure, whatever. And I did one. Cool. It was great. It was hard. Learned so much.
You got so many people looking over your IG now, trying to find your bodybuilding.
Honestly, hey, scroll back a little bit. It was a couple chapters ago, and I'm not doing it again. But I did win. Let me say that.
Yeah,
I did win a couple of times. I won, and then I said I'm out.
Yeah. But I'll say there's nothing wrong with
Yeah.
that.
People were like, you could go pro. And I'm like, I'm sure I could.
Yeah.
I know what it takes. Like I've seen it. And I love people that have that vision for their life. But I was like, no, this was an experience. This was I'm going to try it. I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to see if I can come out of it.
Right.
And I did.
Yeah.
And hopefully it inspired other people. And it's a great kind of notch I have in my belt at this point. But, then I always was coming back to music and, going back and forth in radio. That filled that void for a little bit. But I danced when I was younger. I was in theater. I was a theater girl when I was younger. As you can see, probably as you can tell, I mean. And yeah, I just thought, okay, music, fitness, people, okay, how do I combine all of those things? And I just feel like I'm kind of a natural born leader, and that's where that radio personality comes from, that you're not scared to open up the mic and have these conversations and get a little real and get a little raw and be like, this is who I am, you know, a work in progress, learning every day. You don't act like you have it all figured out. You know, people want real, relatable stuff. So, Hype Hop was created after doing some bodybuilding, doing some generic like wellness, and started taking group fitness classes because I was like, I heard music. Here I am in the gym training over my AirPods. I hear music. I'm like, that looks like a party. I try it. I'm hooked. So I get 5 dance fitness certifications until I realize, why do I not have my own? Why am I paying these people when the people coming to class are coming from me? They're coming from my personality. They're coming from my vibe, my energy. And how can I package that into a product or a service? Because people are obviously showing up for it. I got to the point where I started calling it Makenzie Hart Dance Fitness because I was like, I don't know what I want to call it. Sure, call it my own name. And I made apparel and people bought it. And that immediately was like, people are buying stuff with my name on it. They see value in this. Okay. So then it's like the name change. How do I make it bigger than myself? How do I start having these, you know, boots on the ground people? Because again, I can't be everywhere at once. If I want to build my brand, I have to build a team. You know, everybody has these different skill sets and whatever. And truly, it was hard work. It was teaching all kinds of classes where I'd have a full room of people and I'd have 2 people, you know, and it's like you take those to the chin and you move on. And then it's learning, okay, I'm going to create all of my own choreography. So I'm doing that at night, in the morning. Then, okay, I'm going to get on social media and I'm going to try to figure out how to be a marketing guru, you know, like, let me just figure all of this stuff out. And truly it's been such a journey and a process, as I'm sure you can attest to. But as a person, it's like, I thrive on it. I thrive on the challenge. I thrive on the pressure, even though sometimes I lay in bed at night and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 17,000 to-do lists in my head at this moment and I can't go to sleep. I'm like, I wouldn't want it any other way. I want the pressure. Because I want to lead by example, you know? And that's what I think we both do. Entrepreneurs, you just have this different kind of wiring.
You're describing the female version of me. Like that is exactly what you're like. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have the 1,700 things going on. You know, I would, as soon as it gets down to like 1,680, I'm like, oh gosh, there's voids that need to be filled. And
no, it's like I'm losing momentum. Where do I?
This probably has a little bit of malignancy to it, you know, at some point.
You know,
it's okay. We'll just keep going. We'll just keep going. So the one thing I did want to ask you about, and then we're going to go back to, you know, kind of the bodybuilding and that kind of thing too. But like, at what point, or did you even have to deal with things like imposter syndrome when making your own course?
Every day.
Okay.
Every day, even now. You get in your own head. Of course you do. You know what I mean? You question, okay, if I'm creating my own thing and I've been through 5 previous dance fitness certifications, I've got to be stealing some of their stuff because it's in my brain now. And then I'm starting to create my own curriculum and I'm protecting it. Oh, that's intellectual property. And then I'm like, oh man, did I steal from, like, all the time? But you as a person, you go through these experiences again, you learn. Of course, you're going to retain some of that, the stuff that resonates with you and the stuff that sticks with you so that, you know, if eventually you do package your own thing, like we're talking about, of course, I think like, okay, is this really authentic? Is this all me? Or have I taken, and then I got to the point where I'm like, I create choreography and sometimes nothing comes out and I'm like forcing it. And you best believe I get on Instagram and I look at other dance fitness people and I'm like, I like that move. I'm taking it. I'm going to make it my own. You know what I mean? So it's like, I struggled with that for so long and I've had people approach me about it. Oh, you only started doing, you know, a hip hop form of dance fitness because you took this other instructor's classes. I've had people like literally say that to me. And it's like, if you only knew, you have no idea.
And you know, that, you know, the hater's going to hate kind of thing, you know, or whatever, you can keep that kind of thing. But also like, just think whatever you want to think. I mean,
Truly.
Like, okay, that's fine. You know, otherwise, you can sit over here and continue to do that. I'm going to keep going this way.
Exactly.
You know? So, you know, I do that with content a lot and I've done that with content before now.
Sure.
You know, I'm getting more and more comfortable with it just because we're, you know, you're just getting to sit down like
practice
this kind of
makes
thing.
Perfect,
But I can't tell you how many times I've had a great idea. You sit down and you're like, man, nobody wants to hear this. Like nobody's going to believe you. Like what, who are you to do this kind of thing? Like what, you know, like, well, what certifications do you have? That do
Right.
that? I'm like, well, who the hell says I need a certification?
Exactly.
Right. You know, so I have this experience, this experience, this experience. You
Right.
know? So yeah, I that was one of the main things I wanted to talk to you about was the you know, the non the lack of fear of failure. Okay.
Totally.
For one. Okay. The kind of nothing to lose attitude. Like that, you know, it's this is, I'm just investing my time. I'm not borrowing $100,000 to start something and being like, oh my God, I gotta pay this bill back. You know, like it's just what's up here. Right. Or here, you know? So I'm just going to use these two things together, create something. And if it sucks, it sucks. And I'll just do it again. And who cares?
I'll learn and I'll try again.
Right, if it's 6 minutes or 6 weeks of my time to figure that out,
that's on me.
Who cares, yeah. So you just do it again. So
totally
good. When you, first of all, and I wanted to bring it back the bodybuilding thing.
Yeah, totally.
Whenever I first started entertaining the idea of bodybuilding, and I was like, okay, well, where do you go to a show at? You know, was about the time that you was like right after you won. Indiana Muscle. You know, which is the contest that we just did. So and this is full disclosure, complete honesty, no bullshit. I thought, how legitimate is a bodybuilding show in Evansville?
I think everyone has had that thought.
So it's
I think everyone has had that thought.
Because again, completely naive to the whole thing. Didn't know that people traveled to come do the show and how big it was and everything. But I remember seeing you and being like, oh shit, that girl's got it, you know. And then you won that year, you know. So I was like, oh, it is legit, you know, because you see, dudes are different. Dudes are. I mean, we all know the game, right? You know, and we don't, and the unspoken rules of course. Not rules, but the ways of male bodybuilding. But the female part of it is like, okay, you know, there's 1,500 categories of it now. You know, it's all this other stuff. We're broken down, and it's very inclusive, and we're kind of trying to hit in all these groups and everything. But there's still an aesthetic that comes along with it. So you nailed it.
Thank you.
And then I think after that, whenever I met you was when you were at Crunch.
Probably.
Yeah, so it was kind of around that same time when we started kind of opening up here.
Yes.
And we were trying to do some stuff around the community, and you were at Crunch, and I was like, well, that's that girl that was. So and I remember asking Trevor, you know, and he was like, oh yeah, that's her. She has this. And it was when you were first doing High Pop.
Really?
You were first developing it.
Oh
So I was
gosh.
like, I've got like, you know, like 5,000 feet back view of this whole entire process.
That is so cool. Because like so do I, but from a totally different lens. You know what I mean?
You feel like you're 5,000 foot away from it sometimes. Like this just can't be real.
Yes.
But so USI, I was also Screaming Eagle. So the go Screaming Eagles.
Right.
But the whenever you just general public relations were all these things just kind of like on a whim. So like the bodybuilding thing, the dance certification things, like all of these, you're just kind of, you and I'm the same way. I just kind of grasp at all these things and like 1 week I want to be a mechanic. 1 week I'm going to go try triathlons. One day I'm going to go do this, like that's just me. And that's what keeps me going. I love it, Well,
and I think that's beautiful because why not? All of these things exist for a reason. Like you'll find your thing. And that's what I tell people. Like the earlier you find it, good for you. Mm-hmm. You've got more time to put in. You've got more, eventual like elevation to have. These people that we see that are, ultra famous and multi-billionaires and stuff like that. Like they found their thing and they literally worked day and night, tooth and nail. And now they're an expert. They're this elite, whatever. Yeah. So I always tell people, and it's funny, I used to say this like in HR when I was kind of talking to college grads or like early adults, early professionals. I was like, shop around. Who cares? Like if you find your thing, if you're like, I'm going to be a doctor and you know that from middle school and that's or a lawyer or a nurse or a teacher. Both my parents were teachers and they thrived in that. And I'm like, I love that. But like nothing like that spoke to me through school. I was a great student, academic honor roll, all of that stuff, did really well, was in all the clubs and stuff. But I loved just being like eclectic, I guess. Versatile. Like, okay, I'm going to play softball, but I'm going to cheer. I'm going to be in theater, but I'm going to play volleyball. Like, you know what I mean? I'm going to be in this club and that club and whatever. So it's like, as an adult, also, why not?
Right. I can attest to that even more. I mean, I'm the walking example of that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go to film school.
Cool.
Didn't go to film school.
Right.
Went into medicine. as a means to finance my film school dream.
There you go.
It's 30 years later. Talking about the time, I'll be 50 next year.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is the best fun I've had
Literally
in a long time.
And look what you've built. And now you're back in film school.
And the thing about it is, and
You
I can do it on
manifested
YouTube,
it.
kind of like your marketing degree that you're getting through YouTube.
I swear. Yeah.
But it's not hard to do now. You can do it all on your own. You can learn and hook up with really cool people that you vibe with, and so I totally get it.
Yeah.
The career part of it really just kind of finances the hobbies at this point.
Oh my gosh.
It's really a lot of fun.
And that's why like becoming an entrepreneur, I personally feel like if it's in you, it's in you, and you'll figure it out. I always wondered like, okay, I did this job. I always found a reason. I was like, this doesn't have that thing. Like there's this like, okay, it fulfilled me in this area, whatever, but I was just like never fully satisfied. And as an entrepreneur, I'm like, makes sense. Right. I wanted to work for myself. I knew that I had this vision and this purpose and this power, and I just needed to put it to use. Yeah. Will I ever go back? No.
Yeah.
Now that I've made the jump, and it was scary.
Yeah.
Of course it was scary. And I'm still figuring it out. And like we talked about, you literally start on the bottom. You start with, all right, what do I have around me that I can just grab and start?
Right.
I'm never going to be ready.
Yeah. When we first started Optimize and we found this space that we're in right now, it was me and him and his sister. Yeah. In here, I'm pointing at my son for people that can't see it. But we're like, we walked in here and like, well, I guess we just start cleaning. Yeah. I don't know what.
Here goes nothing.
Yeah. So we're sweeping out things. We're painting walls. We're pulling up wallpaper off the wall. Doing all of this stuff, and just figuring it out. But then
here it is.
A short 2 years later. I mean, I cannot believe it's been 2 years, but it's short 2 years later. Now we're
so much growth.
The clinic part is this. We're going to expand. Yeah. We're doing all these kinds of things. We've got podcasts. We're doing all of this really cool stuff, and it's a blur. Right. But it is like, I know that day one, it was me and my kids.
It was a vision.
Ripping wallpaper off the wall.
Yes.
So it's really cool that way.
And even though you look at it 2 years later, you almost like you recognize, okay, the early mornings, the late nights, the personal investment.
There's no clock.
Yeah.
There's no clock.
It's just like, wow.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, 2 years from now, where are we going to be? Let's go.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's that entrepreneur mindset. It's like, if we did this in 2 years, okay.
Yeah. Just never stop.
Challenge accepted.
Just never stop. Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm really glad that, at 47 and a half, I think is when I started doing this, that it didn't take 10 years to get there or whatever. But, it's a really cool feeling to just like, oh, you can really do this. It's just the stars have to align. And people say, oh, there's no great time. Yes, there is.
Right.
You have to be in the right frame of mind. You have to have the right set of people around you. You have to learn you have to learn the really hard lessons up front. Otherwise, you're going to spin your wheels, or you're going to just keep,
Absolutely.
Something's really going to derail you.
Absolutely.
We had a couple of, one really bad business experience about a decade ago, where we tried to go in with, and it was just the wrong thing. Yeah. It was just the wrong thing to do. Yeah. We didn't know what we were doing. We just tried to do it. It was literally like a Saturday night decision on a whim kind of thing, gosh. And we went for it, and it was the wrong move,
Yeah. And you learn from it, right?
Did. Oh, absolutely. Gosh, yeah, you learn from it. So, taking those kinds of lessons and packaging it up, those things, when people say the stars have to align, those are the stars.
Yes, absolutely.
It's not like we're waiting for some magical Hallmark movie moment.
Right.
Those are the stars that have to align. You have to learn those lessons.
It's real life stuff.
Exactly. That you can apply now. I'm like, okay, I made that mistake that one time. Is this kind of like that? Then, okay, we don't need to do that again.
Yeah, let me look at it a little bit differently.
Right. And thank God I have the perfect partner for that, because I'm a collaborator.
Yeah.
I want all the people. Come on, guys, let's go do this. Let's do that. Let's get all together. Let's form. Yeah. I hate the word committee just because I do come from corporate America, but I've been there. This team or whatever. Yeah. But I want to get all these like-minded folks together, and we're going to build this thing. And she will say, "Now wait a minute, who?" Yeah. Because the who is important.
Absolutely.
Because I will let everybody come along,
Same. And those are the lessons you kind of learn, and then maybe you don't learn from them. Yeah.
Yeah, I want everybody to be there, and for 1,000 different reasons, sometimes you don't need 20 voices in on something because it's just muddy now.
Yeah.
Right? 20 different opinions on something is not progressive.
Yeah.
You know?
And this is stuff that I still do.
Oh yeah.
And I have to be like,
yeah.
I tried this once before and it did derail me. You know what I mean? Like I think we are very inclusive people. As an entrepreneur, you're service minded anyway. You're people minded anyway. And you're like, how many people can I positively impact? Okay, sometimes it's not 100 people. Sometimes it's your small little focus group.
Right.
Like we talked about, putting trust in the right people, partnering with the right people. Right. I think we have the best intentions, trying to like everybody, come together. But I think there are times for each.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I made professionally, I made a couple of bad decisions, not bad decisions, but probably ill-guided decisions, ill-informed decisions.
Sure.
Early on that scared me into being that incredibly inclusive kind of person. Like, okay, I won't do that again.
Got it.
Get me 30 people in the room before I make a decision. You know, I'm like, you can't do that's not really what you get paid for. You know, like,
True.
like you're paid to make the decision now.
Yeah.
If there's something that needs to be done, they're looking for your expertise.
True.
I have a really good friend, Scott. He's Scott that's on here with me a lot of times. And one of the best pieces of advice he gave me was, when you do this entrepreneur administrative kind of position kind of thing, there's going to be days where you feel like you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
But those days when you're not doing anything, you are doing something, because you're there.
Yeah.
If you're the entrepreneur, you're taking the brain break in order to clear space up to start doing something else, right?
And it's hard. It's so hard.
It's so hard.
Because again, imposter syndrome, you're like, I'm not doing enough.
I'm not doing enough. Yeah.
And I almost have to like take a step back and be like, okay, think about the majority of people that work there Monday through Friday, like whatever it is, they put their 40 hours in and then maybe they do a little overtime or maybe they're an on-call type person. Sure. Entrepreneurs are 24/7, 365.
Yeah, there's no clock. There's no clock.
And that is so hard to grasp because again, we're ultra motivated. That's why we're entrepreneurs. We were built for this truly. And that's why we continue to do it and we thrive in it and whatever. But it's like, it is so difficult to tell yourself, you are still a person. Like this business is not your entire identity.
Right.
It's a huge part of you because I think we just put our heart into it. Our experiences, like we talked about. I think about when I was a kid, when I was in, elementary, middle school, when I was in high school. I think like, oh my gosh, hip hop is this culmination of my life. And it is, but I'm still a person.
Yeah.
And hip hop's only going to be better when I'm nourished. You know what I mean? When I'm a whole human.
Yeah.
Not like lacking sleep, lacking, anything like that.
And entrepreneurship isn't a financial motivator by any means.
You think it is.
Ask any real entrepreneur. If you're a financially motivated entrepreneur, you're not an entrepreneur. You're an employee.
Yeah.
Yeah. The financial motivation of things is not that. It
looks pretty.
It is the fulfillment.
100%.
And the financial stuff comes.
Yeah.
Like I feel good.
Yeah.
About what we do here,
Love it.
I feel good about what we're doing here.
Me too.
It's just, and it's fun.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, whenever you put that kind of energy into things and you have the people that are helping you along the way that are bought into it, that are putting that kind of energy into things, magic happens.
You're like, this
the magic
can't fail.
happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're not worried about bottom lines and, oh my God, what are we going to do this? Blah, blah, blah. I'm not that. I don't want to do that.
It all fades away.
Right.
Bottom lines, again, those opinions that you're not interested in.
Right,
It's like my fire is lit and the people around me are in it with me. Like, and I'm doing it. I can see it in the work I do every single day that I am making an impact.
Right.
That's all I need.
Yeah. We were at your event. Was that 2 weekends ago? Yeah. And just to see, we're out there for mental health awareness days, and the outfield at Bossy Field is packed of people doing hip hop dance, and you're upstage on stage doing your thing. Yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome to witness. So all your cult followers just showed up in
truly, there they were.
VW vans
in uniform and everything.
Yes, right, like good little minions.
Yeah.
But it's obvious. You had kids, you had men, you had females, you had all the body types, all of the things out there that are just out there getting moving and just showing it. So it's a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing to witness, and I thank you so much for letting us be a part of it.
Thank you for supporting me.
We will
always have. You always have.
So back to let's kind of derail a little bit from the hip hop thing and go
Let's do
to
it.
radio. How do you get into radio?
So when I got into college, before I took the public relations pivot, I was a theater girl. I told you that I was very just the stage, and that's where the personality comes from and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't want to do straight theater because I'm like, ooh, how do you market that in the real world? You know what I mean? In
We all know
Southern
those
Indiana.
people, what they're doing. Yeah,
Right. And it's like, yeah, more power to you. But I was like, okay, not theater. I was like, is there some sort of music? I was like, maybe I could like produce music or something like that. Then I could go somewhere. Then I could make money. Like whatever. I was just like, I know music connects me with people, and it gives me that sense of purpose or whatever. USI only had radio and television as opposed to like theater or choir. So I was like, whatever.
Did they have the radio station whenever you were there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was on it.
Yeah. Well, what was? I mean, so I graduated in '99 from there, so that was, I'm sure that was well past whenever you were there. But what was the radio station then?
So it rebranded. They were something, and now they're the Spin.
Okay, so the
95.7
rebranding I think
Spin.
was whenever I was leaving.
Okay, gotcha.
Because it was. It was great because that's where you got all your college rock stuff. But in the late '90s, which we didn't have internet,
What
so
a
you
time.
had to find the college indie station to find all the cool music. But
Right.
but I think it was my senior year there that it was like we're gonna cut it out, we're gonna do this, or figure something else out with it, or I couldn't remember what it was. But yeah,
that's where I got my start. I mean, I did that for the first year, and I'm not kidding. I think this is where my early like, oh, I've got something in me. Like I'm very tenacious, I'm very ambitious, and like we just talked about, worst people can say is no. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna stick my neck out. Yeah, I'll just grab it. Like, yeah, like I'll try. I was reaching out to Hot 96, the person that I knew that was like on the radio at the time, like the morning show people. I just kept reaching out. I was like, hey, I'll do anything. Like, I don't have to be on the air. I will figure out how to work the board. I had no idea how to work the board. You know what I mean? Like, yes, they're starting to teach us that stuff in college, but I had no professional experience. But I was like, what can I do? Like, how can I be there? Can I intern? I'll do it for free. I don't care. I just kept pestering away at her. And eventually she said, I heard you on the college radio station. Come to Hot 96, intern, I guess, like just watch, like, whatever. And then she's like, I think you actually have the voice and the personality for it. Like, I think we could build your skill set. I was 18 years old and I started on Hot 96. Yeah. Awesome. And so like by now I'm 27, I'm almost 10 years later. It's like now I have 10 years of skin in the game. And radio after radio, I went and became an MC for the Otters, an MC for the Evansville Thunderbolts. Like I just knew at that point, I can talk in front of people. Right. Again, I was on the stage, I was in theater, but I mean, this is a little different. This is real life, but I was like, okay, if I can open up a mic and talk live in front of thousands of people in the tri-state area at any given time, I can do other stuff. So I think that's just where it was like. Just
kind of fanned out there. So again, you're just like, who cares, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everybody's got to get their start somewhere.
Right, yeah.
And I see stuff on social media all the time. It's like, oh, it's cringe at first, but it's almost just like, you got to start. You got to start creating. Oh my gosh, let's all look at our first Instagram post ever.
Right.
Cringe.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Because you learn and you grow, you know what I mean? We elevate and we evolve as we move forward in life and as society progresses. So it's like, of course you're going to look silly at first.
Right. Yeah.
But that's your rite of passage.
Yeah.
Because after you post that first one, just be consistent.
Yeah.
Be consistent.
It's the first time you do everything in life. First time you step into a batter's box.
Totally.
First time you step on the pitcher.
Totally.
I mean, all these, everything that you do. First time you step
Absolutely.
on a skateboard, like everything.
Oh, yeah.
But you have to have the bravery and the courage to step out and do it.
Yeah. It's that and then be consistent.
I didn't know you were with the Thunderbolts. So I was on the medical staff for the Evansville Icemen. For every time they were there. And so we did this. My first time on radio was that as an adult, I guess. I don't know if I was ever on it as a kid, but as adult we were doing the Iceman Medical Minute. So it was like an injury update report. So you climb all the way to the top of the Ford Center and those little press boxes up there in the top. And they're like, okay, you got like 2 minutes, and we'll just kind of talk. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. Like I, no, like this, I was like, was not this guy, at the time. And I was like, this was 14 years ago. So, and put the headphones on and you hear your voice and they're the first time and you're like,
oh,
okay,
God,
so what? And I was like, okay, so this guy's got, he's got an ankle injury. He's not gonna skate tonight. And the other guy's shoulder is sore. And
Oh my God.
and I looked, you look at the little timer, or whatever,
Yeah.
and it was like 13 seconds. I was like, know what else to say. It was like zero rehearsal, like no, like
Right.
anything, because
Right.
coming from a medic, you're like, you don't want to say anything. Do you know, do you want to,
Yeah.
this guy can't skate because of X, or
Right.
he did this last night, so he's not
Right.
out there. So, it's a,
But again, it was your first time.
It was my first time.
You didn't know?
It was also my last time,
Yeah.
by the way. It was also
And they
the
didn't
last time.
prep you,
It was
you
also
know?
the last time Derek did the Iceman Medical Minute. So,
You're like, yep.
was fine with me too. That was my last time.
Yeah,
That was really,
yeah.
didn't upset me at all. But
So funny.
so funny, yeah. But I was curious as to, so you've kind of had this then. You've this personality or on air kind
Yeah.
of on stage.
Yeah.
Personality has always been there. So that's
Yeah.
Makenzie. And
Yeah.
I can kind of attest to that. I didn't see any of your stage performances, but
Right.
I guess I kind of did. I saw it, you were up on stage
Yeah.
at the Otters or
Yeah.
at the Bossy Field the other
Yeah.
day. But you've always kind of had that then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of the gift of gab.
Yeah. And I literally had someone say this to me the other day. She's like, she's only been an instructor for a couple months, newer friend of mine, whatever. And she literally said, I was really kind of waiting for you to like turn off. Like I was hoping I would see you in a moment where like
Right.
you would be out of character. And she's like, I think you're just like, are you friends with everyone? Are you actually just like nice to everyone? Like we all have our moments, you know
Sure.
what I mean? And that's what I told her. I said, yeah, no, it's not an act. Like it's not, of course I elevate my personality a little bit in situations like
Certainly.
these,
Right,
or,
yeah.
right. Other than when I'm like chilling at home
Yeah.
or whatever, or around close friends or family, but it's like, no, yeah, it's not an illusion. It's not a facade. Like we're all human. Of course I have days where I have imposter syndrome. Of course I have days where I just don't feel great. Of course I have days where I get into it with my boyfriend, you know what I mean?
Sure,
And,
right,
and
yeah.
here I am
Right,
coming at
yeah.
everybody, but it's like 99% of the time it's me. It's like, I'm just authentic. I just have this personality and it's, and that's where entrepreneurs, it's like, people think we're trying to get people to buy. Like
Right,
this is your telephone voice. This is your
Right, yeah.
radio voice. You know what I mean? But it's like, no, truly every person I come across, I just think like, why can't I be a friend, a partner? You know what I mean?
And to me, that's like the definition of true freedom. Like
Totally.
like you can be Makenzie
Yeah.
in every aspect of life.
Yeah.
There's no on off switch.
Yeah.
There's no person that you're in front of where something has to change
Right.
or anything like that.
Right.
And that's beautiful.
Right.
That's-
And like,
that's what
I mean,
everybody should strive for.
thank you. Of
Yeah.
course it takes repetition. Of course I go in rooms now that I am like, oh my God, that person is, and I'm like, don't sound stupid. You know
Right,
what?
yeah, right. Yeah, sure.
Of
Yeah.
course, I'm
Right.
human. Like we all act like that. And we put in our reps by putting ourselves in uncomfortable situations and still saying, I'm going to perform. I'm going to be myself. I'm going to be authentic. I'm going to present my product well and all of that kind of stuff. But it's like, I was also born with it. I know it's harder for some people. Some of my instructors, I have to, come on,
Yep.
use your voice,
Right.
use your power. You've got it, find it. So it's like, of course I'm blessed to say that I had an outgoing personality as a child and my parents were telling me to quiet down, not speak up. I know there's other people on the other side, but it's like, I've also worked for it. I've also put in the reps. I've also stepped on a stage. I've sat behind a
Right.
microphone. Like I've put in my reps to be where I'm at, and I'm not done. I still have more to learn,
But the kind of the the vibe I'm catching here is though is that every little experience that you've had in life has kind of come to this point,
Yeah.
that, I have a thing where I have zero regrets in life because everything that's happened. I mean, I'm a very I'm a very woo woo guy.
I
Okay,
agree. I'm feeling it.
so I don't have zero regrets because everything that's happened up to this point has put me right here,
Right where I am.
and right in front of you.
Yeah.
My son right there, my
Yeah.
boy Dakota right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is exactly where I'd want to be at.
And I'm supposed to
I
be
wouldn't
here.
want to
Yeah.
be anywhere else.
Yeah.
So taking every little lesson, every little experience on stage, every minute on air,
Yeah.
every dance class,
Yeah.
listening to music. I'm sure if you're at Hot 96 now, you're like, okay, I can do this move to this move.
Totally.
Every
I'm
song that
counting
kind of
eight
comes up,
counts.
right? Yeah,
Of course
exactly,
I am.
right? Yeah. So being able to use all of that and then project it to the world,
Yeah.
that's beautiful.
Like I couldn't imagine it any other way, but at the same time, I'm humbled by it every second.
Right?
So I'm like, this
crazy.
is where I'm supposed to be.
It's
Yeah,
exactly
absolutely.
what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And big deep breath or
Yeah.
lump in your throat moment,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's hard not to get emotional about it when you actually believe wholeheartedly in what you're doing every single day.
Right.
And I want that for everyone. It's easy to talk about it as an entrepreneur
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's truly
Right,
like,
yeah.
here's my life's work right here. And here's, but I want that for everyone, whatever it is, even if it is a hobby or if it's your children, like whatever it is, put your heart into it, all of it.
And you want to, so with the development of high pop,
Yeah.
you're taking that and you're pushing it out to your students, clients, whatever,
Sure.
people, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
But you've had this instructor program too, where you're kind of empowering these people to no, damn it, you can do this.
100%.
It's very much of like you don't you didn't follow me through life, but like if I'm doing this, I promise you,
You can too.
And that sounds very cheesy and Tony Robbins-y and whatever, but I don't care either.
Yeah.
But people will think, oh no, yeah, but look at you. I'm like, no, don't look at me. Look at me 10 years ago when I was 290 pounds and not doing anything.
Oh yeah.
Look at me then, and now look at me.
Right.
Okay. And it's not anything. I did nothing.
Yeah.
I didn't spend a fortune on cosmetic surgery.
Right.
I didn't. We didn't have Ozempic and
Right.
and all that other stuff.
Right.
It's just making a decision.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You just have to make a decision.
I wholeheartedly believe that. I mean, like the mission behind High Pop is that empowerment, whether it is just a student, somebody who comes to my class for their first time. I have 2 left feet. I can't dance. I don't even want to look at myself in the mirror. I'm going to stand in the back. Like that person is just as important and valuable to me as the instructor standing next to me who I have empowered to lead the way I lead.
Right.
No F's given. I'm up here shaking it. Right. I'm moving. I'm screaming. I'm hooting. Like everybody is just, they're just in a different place on their journey, but everybody is valuable. Like what they bring to the table, I think it's just giving people the permission. They almost just have to give it to themselves. It's like, nobody's judging you here.
Right.
Go for it. Like, I want you to succeed. I want you to go bigger and bolder and all of these things. The only person holding you back is yourself.
Right.
And how can I empower you to become that best version of you?
And I think that the other beautiful thing about High Pop is that that's the message. You're not saying that you're going to lose 30 pounds.
No. If you want to, cool.
Right, yeah, right, yeah.
Deeper in those squats. Let's go.
Do something. Yeah. But what you're doing before and after class and all those kinds of things. We can talk about those things as well. But, there's no,
there's no prerequisite, or there's no end result that you check the box.
Yeah. You're not, oh my gosh, how many some people
do that.
Oh yeah,
but that's what they come here for.
Yeah, but the preachiness is not that.
Right.
The preachiness is.
It's not buy my program.
Right.
You'll lose.
It's come here and be yourself and look at me and look at you and it works.
Yes. And I tell people, whatever you come to our classes for, you will find.
Yep.
Again, there are people that start your watches, they do it.
Right, yeah.
And I'm like, I don't even know how to really do that. I'm like, whatever.
Right, yeah.
That'll like take me out of the zone. Like I'm here to dance.
Yes,
I'm here to just like shut my brain off. Like for once, my entrepreneur brain is, I'm like out of here. I'm here for me. I'm here to dance, right? Some people are here for fitness. Some people are here to get themselves out of the house and be around people.
Yep.
Some people bring their kids because they want their kids to see them living an active life. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Some people are like, I'm going to put myself in this uncomfortable situation in a room full of people. Like whatever you come for. Maybe it's like you time. I get that a lot too. Like we all, again, I love that we're all like, oh, let me serve others. But you think about a working parent and it's like all these deadlines and things. I'm like, take an hour for you.
Yeah.
Do your
this
thing.
This is my time. Right?
Yes. Yeah. So I just say whatever you come for, you'll find it and then some.
Right.
But whatever you come for, you'll find it.
Yeah. And that message is just because we're in the fitness and wellness industry and we watch all the influencers. We know everything is trying to sell something. Everybody's do something. We're putting some sort of guarantee on things. And a lot of, and you'll agree with this, I don't think this is derogatory by any means, but a lot of classes give a lot of false
totally
promises.
Totally.
Whatever. Like, when you think of the physiological, this isn't going to happen, but what you're going to seeking, you will find.
Yeah.
And if it leads to other things, if it leads to this, if it gives you the empowerment to carry on or do whatever, whatever it may be, here's the trampoline for you to jump off of.
Absolutely. And that's what I say. Like my instructors, it's funny being an entrepreneur, like my goal is to grow a team as you have, I want to employ other people and provide that empowerment of, leave that, job that you can't stand and you're just collecting your paycheck or whatever and come work for me, something that fulfills you. Of course, I want to build that. But right now, it's me. Again, like I said, I'm marketing girl on this day. I'm HR girl on this day. I'm whatever. But I look at my instructors, the people that have invested in my brand, like they're my board of directors. Like, of course I go to them and I say, what's your input? Like you said, sometimes I go to a select few rather than open it up to all, over 50
depending on the situation, know which one to go to.
Totally. Totally. But I'm like, again, I'm human and like, I want to learn. I want to know, of course I'm going to fall on my face sometimes. I'm like, not doing that again. But it's like, of course I'm going to go to these people. It's like, you've invested in me. So what can I provide? And that helps me with okay, whatever you come to this class for, you're going to find it. Sometimes I need a little reality check. Again, sometimes I'm in my choreography head. Sometimes I'm in my marketing head or whatever. But if I go to people that I trust, that have my back, and I'm like, am I missing something? Because I want to make sure that I deliver on this experience that I am promising. You know what I mean? I'm not promising an end result here. I'm just like, hey, I'm going to welcome you with open arms and I'm going to give you the space and the freedom to have fun and find whatever you were looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
What about, so tell me you kind of mentioned that, okay, I'm the marketing girl here. I'm this, that, and the other. What does Makenzie have a process in the day, or does Makenzie have ideas that come to her mind that she attacks for 30 or 45 minutes at a time and then goes back to, loses it? Because that's what Derek does. That's what I'm telling you. There's nothing wrong with that.
This is where
it's highly successful.
You want real and raw, like here it is.
Right, here
I'm not going to come out with my prepared, daily regimen that I do. Exactly. I like to take time for myself as far as exercise. I notice that I function very well when I go to the gym and I get some reps in, whatever it is that day. I mean, I try to follow a structure of upper, lower, whatever.
Right, yeah.
But I want to do that. I want to take a high pop class. Maybe not every day. I have to listen to my body too. You know what I mean?
Sure,
we're walking examples of our brand. So that pressure is there. But also, I want to take other classes to support my instructors. I want to make sure, we're delivering on that energy and that vibe and that welcoming and whatever. But truly, like, I wish I had more of a Monday I do this, Tuesday I do this, you know what I mean? But like we talked about, I was working on my computer before I came here and it's Sunday. Yeah. So like, you know what I mean? I try to prioritize, of course, if we have any kind of campaigns we're going on. Okay, we're hosting a virtual training soon. I need to promote that. Okay, this person started a new class. I need to promote that. Of course, there's things like that are time sensitive. But really, it's like, how can I serve my instructors? Again, the people that have bought into me, what do they need? And I'll ask that constantly. We have this portal that they're able to go into kind of on the backside of our website because they have that access. What else do you guys need? Do you need a breakdown? Like, I release certain things every single week. They look forward to, they know it. There's where that consistency comes in. Right. You have to have that.
Right.
But then I'm like, what more do you need? What can I put in here? Again, what are my blind spots? Like, what am I missing that you guys could benefit from? And then it's like, how do we just grow the brand exposure? That's where, the marketing girl comes in or the sales girl comes in, because I'm like, okay, what can I post on socials to get out there? Of course, I'm targeting people that want that next level of commitment as far as an instructor, but this brand doesn't exist if people don't show up to class. Right. So it's like, how do I just get those people? So it's a little bit of something every single day, but I thrive in the chaos. Yeah. I thrive in the pressure. You know what I mean? I love having like meetings with, again, like-minded people and doing things that I know are going to move the brand forward and develop me personally too. But I'm just not to that point of an entrepreneur yet that I'm like, I just do it all.
I can't tell you how many planners I've bought that have nothing written in them.
Yeah.
I mean, it is.
Sometimes I switch planners.
And sometimes I think that I need to buy the big, more expensive planner because I'll use that one.
No,
I don't. I mean,
that's when I'm really going to.
Right. Yeah. This is going to be the year. No, it's not. No. It may be.
Right.
It's not going to be because of that $50 Panda planner frame.
Absolutely not.
Kind of thing. Nope. Or the leather bound or the blue page marker instead of the red marker. Yeah, it doesn't matter. So it's not going to happen. Yeah. So if someone wanted to attend a class, find out where a class is at, maybe they have previous dance instruction, like, oh, this looks cool. Maybe I want to do it. Kind of explain that process for us.
Yeah, everything is on our website. Like you can find the different tabs where, again, you'll find what you're looking for. If you just want an overview of like, what the heck is this? There's video. So you can kind of see. And it's wild. We're shaking and moving and grooving. So I guess immediately people will decide if they're into it or not.
Right,
But like, you'll at least get to see, okay, like, what am I in for? We have a map feature that shows you where you can attend classes. I think it is kind of cloudy for people they think Hype Hop is a specific place.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. And it's not like I have a building and I'm franchising that building. I have franchised instructors. Instructors are here, there, and everywhere. And that's where you can attend those classes. So I always tell myself, like, I speak dance fitness language. Not everybody does.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I got to tell people, okay, of course I want a Hype Hop studio at some point in time. I'm manifesting that. It's going to happen right here in Evansville, Indiana. There's going to be a headquarters. I'm there. I'm working on it. But right now it's like we're at this YMCA. We're at this school fitness center. We're at this community center. So you can find all of that on our website where to actually go to classes. There's a virtual page. We have virtual classes so people can take it from anywhere and watch me talking to my little microphone and breathe really heavy into it while I'm working out. And then we've got
Are there leg warmers and sweatbands? And
no, I kind of like moved on from that. I let that be.
You should have like an entire like Olivia Newton-John playlist.
That would be
go
fun.
straight up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You can call it Derek's if I can just have some credit for that.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Totally. I got you. But then there's our teach page, and that is where you can find out about our upcoming instructor certifications.
Okay. And what does the instructor certification look like?
Yeah. So basically, it's a curriculum, and we are a preferred partner with NASM and AFA.
Oh,
so
nice.
it is
Okay.
acclaimed and recognized by them. So you'll
The importance
earn
of legitimacy.
Right?
I mean, that's seriously, it just is, right?
And sometimes you're like, people have no idea what I
exactly.
had to prepare and what I had to pay. You know what I mean? But it levels up the brand and it provides that credibility. So be it. And of course, again, if people want to further their fitness journey, they need those continuing education credits. So I love that. I'm here to empower, right? So it is, as of right now, and we're constantly like reevaluating. We're about to hit our 4th training, which is so cool. We've had 3 in person. This will be our first one that is entirely virtual.
Nice.
So that's going to be something for me too. I'm probably going to fall on my face a couple times. I'm going to say, hold on guys, or, oh, I'm muted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Of course I'm going to learn those lessons, but we're going to refine it as we always do. Right now it is a 5-hour training. We compact everything from who Hype Hop is, how it was created, how it works, how you're going to teach it. We package that into 5 hours of curriculum. You're sitting down with a binder, you're writing, but you're up and you're moving and you're dancing and you're learning. And you're learning dance fitness basics, group fitness basics, fitness basics. Like I say, no dance experience, no fitness experience required. I'm teaching to everybody, no matter where you are on that spectrum, on that journey, whatever. And after that, you're put into these like support groups for all of our instructors. You get that back end access. So there's just resources on resources for you. You get all kinds of discounts. You get all kinds of like opportunities. We meet on a monthly basis. So that's one thing I learned is those 5 dance fitness certifications, they were great, but I took what I liked and I left what I didn't.
Yeah.
And I said, if I had a poor experience in this area, I'm not doing that, or I'm going to avoid that at all costs because I know how that feels. So we give ample support because those other ones, it's like after your certification day, good luck. And I'm like,
or not even good luck. Just like, here you go.
Yeah. And I'm like, so do I have to go find a place to teach this? So am I like, okay, do I audition? Do I interview? Do I bargain for what you're going to pay me? Do I even get paid at all?
Or we'll put you in the job search bank, but that's the extra, it's the Excel.
Right.
Kind of stuff.
And it's like, no, it's like you are a part of the family at that point. And then again, these are the instructors that I go to and say, what do you need?
Right.
I don't have it all figured out. I don't know what it looks like on your side. I'm producing over here. You know what I mean? And I know what works for me, but that's why I'm like, what more can I do and provide for you to elevate this brand? Because if you win, I win. We all win. Hype Hop grows. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
So
it's beautiful.
Thank you. Sometimes, sometimes you're like, yeah. I hope.
Yeah. Well, I think that what it brings to the community is unique. I think that you put a splash of, glow on it, because it's you're local.
Thank
everybody,
you.
People know you.
Yeah.
And more people are getting to know you.
Yeah.
And it's not,
I hope so.
It's not me going to the YMCA and them having subscription to so-and-so's class that they're just playing. And then that's that, please don't advertise that you have Les Mills classes and
it's not a person.
It's not a person, so in person, relatable, inclusive, not promise driven, just come here and it's empowerment driven.
That's what I want you to leave with.
Right,
I want you to come with whatever kind of baggage you had from the day, whether it's good, bad, all.
Yeah. You
come in there and we just light you up.
Right.
Like we provide that energy. If you're a hugger, I'm gonna hug you. If you're not, I probably still will. But it's like, that's what I'm here for, is just to make that impact on people. So then when they turn around and leave those doors, it's like all the stuff they had at the beginning, it's not there anymore. They're empowered through the rest of their day, through the rest of their life to go pursue whatever they want.
Yeah. So what's the future of hip hop?
World domination.
World domination.
Yeah.
That's the correct answer.
Yeah.
Yes. Do we have a correct answer?
Of
button
course.
Right
Like, of
ding,
course,
ding,
you
ding.
know
Right,
what
yeah,
I mean?
exactly.
And
Right.
whatever it evolves to be, like I have all these dreams for it. We should explore this, we should explore that. That would be a good addition to the. And of course, like, I mean, I'm seeing 5,000 years into the future.
Sure.
But it's every day. I just gotta chip
You're
away.
an entrepreneur. You're supposed to see 5,000 years in the
Good.
future. Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't care what happens tomorrow.
It seems very crazy. I don't know how we're gonna get there, but I know what I need to do today.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll put all your socials. How does everybody? Is it Hype Hop?
Yeah. So on pretty well everything social media wise, if you search Hype Hop Dance Fitness, even if you Google it, you'll find us. It'll ultimately all lead back to our website where you can find whatever you're looking for.
All right. Well, we'll link that all in the show notes and all that fun stuff. And
Thank you.
Makenzie, you're a beautiful soul. Thank you,
You
very
are
much
too.
thank you for coming in here and
Thanks for
shining
having
for
me.
us. All right. We'll see you next time.
All right.
All right. See ya.